Hello, you're tuned in to Word Power, the podcast where we learn new English words every day.
Welcome back to Word Up, everyone. I'm Zia, and I'm super excited for today's episode because we're diving into some really practical, everyday vocabulary that you'll use constantly in the workplace.
And I'm Gina. You know, Zia, it's funny how often we use these words without really stopping to think about their full weight or how to explain them clearly. Having a strong grasp of these terms can really elevate your professional communication.
Absolutely. It's not just about knowing what they mean, but using them correctly, confidently, and even spelling them right. We've got a fantastic list today. Implement, maintain, organize, prioritize, achieve, collaborate, and contribute. And for achieve, we're going to do a little throwback to episode 1, which I'm excited about.
Oh, I love a good callback. It's like a linguistic Easter egg. So, where should we kick things off? How about implement?
Perfect. Implement. That's IMPLEMENT. It's pronounced implement. The stress is on that first syllable. So, what does it mean to implement something?
Well, to implement means to put a decision, plan, or agreement into effect. It's about taking action, moving from a concept to reality. So if your team decides on a new marketing strategy, the next step is to implement it.
Exactly. You're not just talking about it anymore, you're actively starting to do it. Think of it like building a house. The architects design the plans, but the builders implement those plans.
Great analogy. And for spelling, I always think of in plus element almost, even though it's im. The plus sound can sometimes trip people up, but just remember it's pia like plenty.
That's a good tip. No tricky double letters there, which is nice. Okay, next up, maintain. MAINTAIN, pronounced maintain. Again, the stress is on the first syllable.
Maintaining something is all about keeping it in an existing state or condition. It's about preserving, continuing, or sustaining. So after you implement that new marketing strategy, you'll need to maintain its effectiveness over time.
Right. It's not a one and done thing. You maintain a positive work environment, you maintain customer relationships, you maintain the quality of a product. It implies ongoing effort to keep things at a certain standard.
Definitely. For spelling, the AI combination appears twice, which is helpful to remember. MAINTAIN. It almost spells out main twice if you just swap the T in the middle, maintain.
That's a clever way to remember it. Okay, moving on to organize. ORGANIZE or ORGANISE if you're in British English, but we'll stick with the Z for today, pronounced organize. The stress is on the first syllable again.
To organize means to arrange or put things into a systematic or coherent whole. It's about structuring things, making sense of chaos. If your desk is a mess, you need to organize it.
Absolutely. It's about creating order. In a professional context, you organize your files, you organize a meeting agenda, you organize your thoughts before a presentation. It's fundamental to efficiency.
And it can apply to physical things, like your workspace, or intangible things, like information. For spelling, the A-I'm part sometimes sounds like gin, but it's gan as in ganish, and remember it ends with eyes like realize or recognize.
That's a really good point about the GAN. It's a very common sound that people can mishear. All right, next, a super important one. Prioritize. PRIORITIZE, pronounced prioritize. This one has a bit more going on, stress on the second syllable or.
Oh, prioritize, a word that sends shivers down the spine of many a busy professional. To prioritize means to determine the order for dealing with a series of items or tasks according to their relative importance. It's about deciding what comes first.
Definitely. In the workplace, you're constantly asked to prioritize your tasks, prioritize client needs, prioritize projects. It's about understanding what delivers the most value or what needs immediate attention.
Right. And it's not just about doing one thing, it's about ordering multiple things. So you might have 10 tasks, but you need to prioritize which 2 are most critical right now. For spelling, it comes from prior, which is PRIOR, and then you add itize to the end. So think prior, itize.
That's really helpful. Breaking it down into those smaller chunks makes it less daunting. Okay, Gina, now for a special one. Achieve. ACHIEVE, pronounced or chive. Stress on the second syllable. Listeners, do you remember this one from episode 1?
Ah, achieve, our old friend. Yes, we definitely covered this one. For those who might have missed episode 1 or just need a refresher, to achieve something means to successfully bring about or reach a desired objective or result by effort, skill, or courage.
That's right. It's about reaching your goals, fulfilling your potential. You achieve a sales target, you achieve a personal best, you achieve success. It's that feeling of accomplishment after working hard.
It's a fantastic, positive word. And remember the spelling tip from way back then? The IE rule, I before E, except after C? And achieve is one of the classic examples of that rule because the IE comes after a C, so ACHIEVE.
Yes, that's such a useful mnemonic. It's stuck with me ever since we talked about it. See, that's why revisiting words is so good. It reinforces them. Okay, 2 more to go. Next, collaborate. Collaborate, pronounced collaborate. Stress is on the second syllable, lab.
Collaborate, a really key word in almost any modern workplace. It means to work jointly on an activity or project. It's about teamwork, sharing ideas, and creating something together that you might not be able to achieve alone.
Exactly. You collaborate on a presentation, you collaborate with another department on a cross-functional project, you collaborate with clients. It's about bringing different skills and perspectives together for a common goal.
It's a foundational skill, really. For spelling, remember the double L, COLLABORATE, and the bore part can sometimes sound like burr, but it's bore as in boring.
Good point about that double L. People sometimes drop one. Okay, last but not least, contribute. CONTRIBUTE, pronounced contribute. Stress is on the second syllable, trib.
To contribute means to give something, especially money or effort, to a common purpose or for a common good. It's about offering your input, your time, your resources to something larger than yourself.
Yes, it's about making a positive impact. You contribute ideas in a meeting, you contribute to a team's success, you contribute to a charity. It's that act of giving or supplying something valuable.
And it can be active or passive, physical or intellectual. For spelling, it's pretty straightforward, but just remember the trib, which is TRI, and then bute for the end. No double letters or tricky silent letters there, which is always nice.
That's a relief. So we've walked through implement, maintain, organize, prioritize, achieve, collaborate, and contribute. That's a powerful set of words right there.
Absolutely. I mean, think about how often you'd use these in just one day at work, from implementing a new project to maintaining client relationships, to organizing your inbox, prioritizing tasks, working to achieve your goals, collaborating with colleagues, and contributing to team discussions. They're everywhere.
They really are the building blocks of effective communication in a professional setting. And remembering the spelling is just as important as knowing the meaning. Because when you're writing emails or reports, you want to project competence.
Exactly. A simple typo can really detract from your message, even if the content is brilliant. So those little spelling tips like I before E or breaking words into smaller chunks can make a huge difference.
Totally. And don't forget the power of using these words in context. The more you hear them, say them, and write them, the more naturally they'll become part of your active vocabulary.
Practice makes perfect, as they say. Try to consciously weave these words into your conversations and written communication this week. You'll be amazed at how quickly they become second nature.
It's all about intentionality. And I really enjoyed our little trip down memory lane with Achieve too. It's a reminder that learning is an ongoing process, and sometimes revisiting things just makes them stick even better.
Definitely. So whether you're working to implement a new system or simply trying to organize your week, we hope these words give you a little boost in your professional life. Thank you so much for joining us on Word Up.
Yes, thank you for tuning in. Keep learning, keep growing, and we'll catch you next time with more vocabulary to empower your everyday conversations. Bye for now.
See ya.
Hello, you're tuned in to Word Power, the podcast where we learn new English words every day.